Mario Götze's path to stardom was nothing short of magical. His meteoric rise in the Bundesliga and in Europe had led fans of the four-time World Cup winning nation to deem him the German Messi. His game combined unique spatial intelligence with flair and tactical finesse. He would leave those watching him on the screen or in the stadium mesmerized as he found pockets of space, at the tightest angles, to set up a goal with his world-class vision. Gotze was nothing short of a jewel that Borussia Dortmund had found and developed, with his breakout year coming under Jürgen Klopp's system in the 2010-11 season. During that memorable campaign, Gotze ranked 6th in total assists among players in Europe's top 5 leagues. He achieved 15 assists in the Bundesliga, a historic achievement for someone his age. The only players ahead of him? Legends like Mesut Özil and Lionel Messi. But Götze's impact didn't stop there. He created a whopping 63 chances that season in only 30 starts. This equated to about 2.1 chances per 90 minutes. His creativity was unmatched as he also recorded 2.52 key passes per game. Even while taking those daring, risky passes, he maintained an impressive pass completion rate of over 87%. Gotze played as if he had been in the league for over a decade, yet this was just his debut season, leading Dortmund to win the Bundesliga. Even if we disregard statistics, those who watched him play this season knew that he was always the best player on the pitch. For instance, in Der Klassiker that season, playing against Bayern Munich on February 26, 2011, Gotze stole the show. This was a massive match that some said would even decide the title that season, and Gotze put on a masterclass, providing 2 assists in the process. Seamlessly passing the eye test, Mario Gotze was genuinely a once-in-a-lifetime type talent, with his immaculate first touch, precision, and exploitation of spaces to create chances out of nothing. Ultimately, his top performances this season led him to win the Golden Ball Award in 2011, an award shared by other football greats like Lionel Messi, Wayne Rooney, and Sergio Aguero. Mario Götze's debut season was so spectacular that it even had Ballon d'Or winner, Matthias Sammer, labeling him as one of the best talents Germany has ever had. However, he didn't slow down from there. In the following season, Gotze had tallied 11 goals and assists combined in just 15 games before going down with an injury for the rest of the season. At this point, his hype started to slow down and fans started to worry. Will he still be the same player after the injury? Gotze answered this question emphatically, putting up 16 goals and 20 assists in all competitions the next season, leading Borussia Dortmund to the Champions League final. If the 2010-11 season is what put Gotze on the map, this season is what launched him to superstardom. His 12 league assists put him in the top 10 for assists in Europe's top 5 leagues, while he also tallied an unbelievable 75 chances created, around 2.3 per game, and 2.7 key passes per game. For reference, Lionel Messi in his 2019 Ballon d'Or campaign averaged just over 2.4 chances created per game. Mario Gotze had already reached the pinnacle of football at just 21 years old, and a big reason why he flourished was that he played under Jürgen Klopp's unique system at Borussia Dortmund. In this system, Gotze was given complete tactical freedom, playing as the roaming 10, an attacking playmaker who can also drop deep into midfield to pick up the ball and initiate the offense. He was not only a world-class playmaker, but his ability to press often went under the radar. With Klopp's rock and roll brand of football, also known as gegenpressing, every player needed to press the opponent quickly after losing possession to win the ball back in an advanced position, which Gotze excelled at. Borussia Dortmund's style of play in 2012-13 was also very dangerous and effective because Gotze thrived in their transition offense, as his first touch never slowed down play and he always knew exactly where to release the final ball. It also helped that Gotze had world-class talent around him, like Marco Reus and Robert Lewandowski, who were willing to make fast and smart runs to receive Götze's perfectly placed passes. These three stood as the most dangerous trio that season with magical performances in the Champions League, like the dominant 4-1 win against Real Madrid in the semi-finals, and a 4-1 win against Ajax in the group stage, where Gotze arguably put up his best performance in his career with 1 goal and 3 assists. Germany legend Franz Beckenbauer had labeled Mario Gotze and Marco Reus as a classic duo, and there is nobody better than them. with Gotze's playmaking ability and Roy's raw pace and prolific scoring. Obviously, with Gotze playing at such a high level, many top teams across Europe were begging for a chance to sign him. The team that ultimately won his signature was supremely Dortmund's rivals, Bayern Munich, the team that had just beaten Dortmund in the Champions League final. BVB fans started labeling Gotze as a traitor and a Judas. People started to wonder, what made Gotze choose Bayern Munich? It was later revealed that Gotze wanted to learn and play under newly appointed Bayern Munich head coach, Pep Guardiola. A biographer who was very close to Guardiola even noted that there was no player he devoted more time to than he did to sign Gotze. Guardiola wanted him not only because of his world-class technique and ability on the ball, but also because of his versatility to play anywhere in midfield and even as a false nine in attack, something he often did with Lionel Messi during his time at Barcelona. He seemed to be the perfect fit for Guardiola's system with his Spanish style of play, but some say that this is where Gotze's career started to dwindle. However, they never mentioned that he still put up 15 goals and 13 assists in 2013-14 for Bayern Munich. He was still an integral part of Bayern Munich's core and, as everyone knows, even went on to score the World Cup winning goal that summer against Argentina. He was Germany's golden boy and had the world at his feet, but constant injuries, like his recurring pelvis inflammations, a metabolic disorder diagnosis, and overworking himself in training all led to a decline in his performances. Due to these unfortunate circumstances that he could not control, fans started labeling him as a wasted talent, and someone who could never fulfill his potential. Even if a player does regress in their career, that does not mean people should overlook their greatness and the joy they brought to fans in their prime years. From 2011 to 2014, Mario Gotze was genuinely unplayable and one of the best players in world football. No matter what happened after his prime, he will always be a part of the history of football and be remembered as a German legend.